Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel once again and hope you guys had a wonderful weekend for the Team Go Rocket event that we had, where you can just remove the frustration away with charge TMs. So the team that I'm running today is a powerful standard and meta line with Azumarill double host, which was actually created by Thorictical, and it is really good. But in today's video I'm going to run Azumarill with a double host that is going to be Sableye, which I did grind a lot to build up, and my A.Wak over here, which is going to be a Shadow as well, because I recently built up my A.Wak and I did use an elite charge gem as well to give it shadow bone. That is the reason I want to try out this team. And the second reason, though this team looks not that good on pen and paper because of its coverage and safety, but it still worked out really well for me, along with the shield energy advantage or maybe correct alignment onto my opponent's team as well. The second reason I wanted to use this team because in my elo range the most frequent team that I run into is Swampert, Registeel and Talonflame, or maybe a G.Fisk, Deoxys Defense and Trevenant, to which this team does have a really great opportunity to outplay it as well. So it really worked out for me, and I wanted to try out my goat over here, which is going to be Alolan Shadow Marowak as well. So without further more delay into the introduction, I'll be jumping into the videos very quickly, and let's check out how this team performed with Azumarill double coastline. So hopping into the first battle, I pick up a neutral lead over here with Shadow Granbull as well. That is also running charm, and as you guys can see, Azumarill though being tanky, but the Shadow charm is actually keep on adding onto this Azumarill as well, because it's such an oppressive fast move over here. So there is a reason I'll be not building up to like extra charges, so that is the reason I'll be going for the first player of that indeed gives me the first shield from my opponent, and they swaps out into their own Jellicent over here, which is really nice for me because now they will be going for the Shadow Ball, which is neutral in this scenario as well because of my part Ghost and Dark. So that is the reason I'll be going to build up to 2 foul plays over here. I'll be going for back to back, so foul play from this kind of range onto the Jellicent will be easily taking it out, which indeed does. And now from this range I believe they will be coming back with their Shadow Granbull and they'll be throwing immediately, which I am happy with because now they'll be going for crunch and their energy dry, and this way I can align my own Shadow Marowak over here onto this Granbull as well, to which now I have to burn my first shield because it is going to be a crunch, which I do need to a shield as well, to which now they comes back with their G.Fisk. This is really nice because Shadow Marowak does have a really great matchup against G.Fisk with one shield up. So now as you guys can see, this Fire Spin and Bone Club is really adding up, and this is going to be the next Shadow Bone, which does draw the final shield from my opponent, and I did a really great combo play with my Azumarill, which had one Ice Beam loaded. So now because of this defense drop it did much more damage, to which now they goes for the Rock Slide, but from this range they will not be able to knock me out, but they get some farm out of it, to which now they are able to reach to the next Rock Slide. But since I have one more shield in my hand, which I'll be opting to use over here, and that will be a great game to the first battle over here for the first set. So now moving into the next battle, I pick up a tough lead with Altaria, which is going to be a really great lead, but since they swapped out into the Azumarill, which I got a bit confused and I stayed a bit long. So this is going to be really tough for me to handle because I stayed a bit long and they went for the Sludge Wave, which is not a great thing for me because it did so much damage onto my tanky Azumarill as well. And now I'm not in a really great scenario because now I have to switch out into my Sableye over here, but Sableye does have to shield up once because how spammy and how good of a charge move Hydro Cannon is. So to now, after building up to almost 1.5 foul plays, they goes for the next Hydro Cannon as well, to which now I'll be opting for my first shield, and I think I too outpace the Swampert to the back-to-back Hydro Cannons as well. But since they went for the Hydro Cannon first, I'll be going for the next foul play as well. To which now I'll be trying to get to the next return, but I do get the knockout with the return as well, which is such a heartbreaking thing over here. To which now they goes for the Sky Attack, which does neutral over here, but it does not knock me out. To which now they comes back with their own Defense Deoxys. So this is going to be a really tough scenario for me, because Defense Deoxys have access to a Rock Slide, which indeed hurts my A.Wak as well because of the partial fire typing on it. To which I have to burn my final shield onto my A.Wak over here, because I need to hold on to some energy. To which now they comes back with their Altaria over here, which is so healthy, and I have to burn the shield over here. To which now I go for the next Shadow Bone, which does land over here, and this is one more misplay which I did. I should have built up to the next Shadow Bone, but I panicked and I clicked on the Bone Club and they call the bait as well, which is not a great scenario. And I tried to catch one more Sky Attack onto my Azumarill, but it did not work out. So to which they will be I think they will be at back-to-back Sky Attacks over here, and since I am quite low with my A.Wak, so it will be enough to get my A.Wak knocked out, and that will be a really great game to my opponents from my opponent's end as well. So GG's. Moving into the next matchup, I pick up a yet good lead against this G.Fisk as well, and G.Fisk against Azumarill with Ice Beam does have a really good outcome in the zero shields as well. To which now I'll be going for the first Ice Beam, and as you guys can see, these mud shots are not really doing so much damage, but I am dealing a bit of damage with this bubble as well because of the super effective because of the partial ground typing on it. To which now I'll be going for the neutral ice type ice beam as well, which does draw out the force shield from my opponent, which is really nice for me. And now from this range I will be able to survive the next earthquake as well, but they went for the rock slide, which is a really great thing for me, because now from this range they will not be able to reach the next earthquake before me. So I'm quite sure that this is going to be the next rock slide, which I do survive. And now from this range I can easily go for the ice beam, which indeed will be either giving me a switch or giving me the shield advantage. So they let the ice beam go through, to which they now comes back with their own Trevenant as well, which is fine for me, because now since I'm upper shield I'll be coming back with my own Sableye over here, and I think whatever they have in the back, it might be a defense deoxys, because that's the line that I came up very often with. And yeah, but it's going to be Azumarill, to which now they really make a great catch onto their Azumarill as well, because it's a foul play. And to which now I'll be going for the next return, and let's see if I can land it. If I can land the next return over here, to which I have to burn my first shield to it, because a play off or ice beam from this range will be knocking me out. To which now I go for the next return over here, and I'm hoping that they let it through, which they does over here. And to which now I come back with my own A.Wak over here. And since this Azumarill is kind of low, so I'm letting the charge move go through as well, to which that way I can hold up build up to so much energy, because I can easily farm this whole Azumarill down. To which now they have got one shield and a Trevenant onto their backline, and since I have so much loaded energy, I can I can easily go for back-to-back Bone Clubs, Shadow Bones over here, which will be enough to get the knockout for this Trevenant as well, because it's super effective and it's Shadow Bone as well. To which now I get the win for the third battle over here as well. Moving into the fourth battle, I pick up a really tough lead against this Venusaur. So that is the reason I'll be safe swapping into my own Sableye over here, to which they counter me with their own G.Fisk, which is really nice for me, because in a 1-to-1 shield scenario I do flip up the matchups, because if and only I can call the earthquakes. To which now I call the earthquake bait over here, which is really great, because that was a rock slide. So to which now I'll be going for the next foul play, which indeed turns out to be turns out to get the first shield from my opponent's end, to which now I call the bait again, and this is going to be a rock slide, to which now, since they are running actually a mud shot, they will not be able to reach to the next rock slide before I can reach to the foul play, to which I go for the foul play once again, and it's a best case scenario, which is going to be a CMP tie as well. So now I let this rock slide go through, and I can come back with my Azumarill over here and build up to so much energy, loaded energy. Because I'm having double shield advantage, I will be letting this earthquake, maybe it's earthquake, yeah, it is earthquake, but I'll be letting it go through because Azumarill is so healthy and tanky as well. And I believe they will be coming back with their own Venusaur over here, to which I'll be going for these super effective ice beam, which is really nice for me, because now after landing the ice beam, I'll be immediately safe swapping again into my own shadow A.Wak, and to which they respond with their own Sableye as well, which is really nice because I will be definitely shielding up this foul plays over here, which will be hitting super hard onto my A.Wak, to which now I'll be going for the Bone Club. Beg your pardon, Shadow Bone, so I keep confusing this Bone Club and Shadow Ball thing. So now, since I did a farm down with my fire spins, so I do have loaded energy, but now since they comes back with their own Venusaur over here and throws, I do have a shield to my name, which I will invest, and I'll be going for the next Shadow Bond, which does enough damage to get the Venusaur down and give the win for the fourth battle here as well. So GG's to my opponent. Moving into the next battle, I pick up yet again Golden Stunfisk lead, and this is the team I was talking about. So it's Defense Deoxys with Stunfisk and Trevenant, to which now, since they comes like safe swaps into the Defense Deoxys, I'll be safe swapping into my own Marowak, Shadow Alolan Marowak as well, because that's a really great matchup, because I can easily tank one rock slide, and I did a same PTI over here, which is going to be the first Shadow Bone. And if the late set go through, I will be shielding up once. I'll be shielding up once next time if they comes back with their own G.Fisk as well. Let's see. I think they will not be coming back with the G.Fisk, but they did, which is really nice for me, because now from this kind of range, I will be going for the fire spin, which will keep adding on, and before they could farm me down, I could easily reach to the next Bone Club as well. And since it's a Shadow Bone Club as well, it deals a bit of extra damage, which is really great for me, and I get the first shield from my opponent, which is really nice. And I'm quite sure that they do have Trevenant onto their backline, so that is the reason I safe swapped into my Marowak over here rather than my Sableye, to which now they goes for the neutral seed bomb, which I can easily tank for these, and I'll be going for the next Shadow, beg your pardon, the next foul play as well, which does indeed gives the final shield from my opponent. And now from this kind of range, since my opponent is not holding up to any shields, I will be opting to shield of my own, and I'll be going for the next foul play over here, which will be enough to get the Trevenant knocked out, obviously. And let's see if I can reach to the next foul play in time before they can reach to the next rock slide. But since they could reach to the next rock slide, I'll be letting it go through, and my win condition over here is of course Azumarill. So since they undercharged over here to get some extra energy, but I could reach to the next foul play just in time to get enough damage onto this G.Fisk and get the win for the fifth battle here as well. So that will be all for this set over here. So I was really good enough with this team to get a 4-1 set, which ended up with a total set of 3-2, 4-1 and 4-1 once again. So I did had a great experience with this team and fun running Alolan Shadow Marowak, which is really nice for me. So if you guys are using this team, do let me know how it is working out for you, and see you guys again in the next one. Till then, peace.